Do you ever finish lunch and feel your brain switch off? That isn't...
When you have a reduction in a mental clarity, it feels like this brain fog. And, I personally think it all comes down to food.
Switch off?
I think
that isn't just tiredness. It could be your blood sugar riding a roller coaster. Here's what happens. When we eat a lot of fast carbs, think white bread or sweets, our glucose shoots up. Soon after, it crashes and your brain loses steady fuel. Dr. Rhonda Patrick calls this the post-meal glucose response.
So the first thing I think that's highly involved in this reduction in mental clarity, or brain fog as people like to call it, is what's called the postprandial glucose response. So that means blood glucose levels going up after a meal. And what happens is this: if you have a really high postprandial glucose response, you're eating a high glycemic index food, something that's definitely like a refined carbohydrate, for example, that'll really smash you. You're gonna get this really sharp peak in glucose and then like a drop, or a sugar crash as people like to call it. And so it's really hard for your brain to be functioning properly with that postprandial glucose response. And that's partly why you'll hear a lot of anecdotes, and myself included, people that have tried a ketogenic diet, or I used to always like to do podcasts in a fasted state, because you're not getting that postprandial glucose response is one thing. It really sort of, it's evens it out.
Yep.
Not everyone responds well to a ketogenic diet, and I certainly don't think it's easy to continue on forever. So there are other things. Obviously, avoiding refined carbohydrates is an easy no-brainer, right? There's nothing in there anyways. What do you need from there? Nothing. No micronutrients, no protein, right? Like, you're not getting anything.
Response. In her research, stable energy means sharper focus. Solutions are simple. Take an exercise snack. 3 minutes of brisk movement soon after eating. Eat protein or healthy fats before carbs so sugar enters slowly. Many people enjoy organic ginger tea. Studies show it can support healthy glucose balance.
And some of the things that you can do to mitigate that, one would be exercise snacks. So this is like doing a really short burst of intense, like vigorous exercise, 80% max heart rate, for like 1 to 3 minutes. And you do it 30 minutes up to an hour, either before or after a meal. So you kind of do it within this hour before or after a meal. And what happens is that vigorous intensity exercise, while you're shooting your heart rate up, and it's hard to do, you're increasing lactate, and it doesn't take much. It gets soaked up by the muscle, and this is then causing glucose transporters to come up to the muscle and opening the gates, basically. So that when you eat that meal, the glucose goes into your muscle. It's more anabolic. You want it to go there, and you're not getting that like huge rise and then drop with the postprandial glucose response. So that would be the one thing. Exercise snacks. Lots of studies out there, especially with people with type 2 diabetes, have a problem, maintaining their blood glucose levels.
Glucose balance.
The second,
if you'd like an extra mental reset, try the Genius Wave, a short 7-minute audio that helps many people settle into a calm, focused state after meals. Want to steady your energy and sharpen focus after meals? Try these tips and see the description for ginger tea and the Genius Wave link.